Time for a VBlog. Oh yeah, with a special guest. So big changes around here these days, eh?
Well, yeah, I walked into the workshop slash studio slash office desk, and the whole place has changed. You've done some work here. It looks good.
Yep.
Studio's moved. Yeah, big changes.
Big changes. So we bulldozed this entire side of the building, except for the walls, of course.
Yeah, that's important.
And I called up Dana at one very critical moment to help lay carpet.
Yep.
Yay. Thanks for that.
No problem.
And we moved everything around. So this is a bit of a mess still. We're trying to get the new picture booth set up and get the scale garage kind of reconfigured because it all ended up in a bin.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was chaos for a while.
Yeah. So, and we've been doing all kinds of builds here too that have to get finished up. There's a few on the bench. There's more stuff here that's almost ready to go. We've got the show schedule starting up.
That's correct. Yeah, we're starting. Can you believe we're starting to get into the 2015 season of RC at this early, especially where we are this early is awesome.
It is kind of nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, yeah.
So our first show is on the 24th of January. We're going down to the Crawl Fest at the market.
Yes.
Yes.
Very excited.
Link below.
That's excited for me because that's Florida and it's been a long time. 38 years since I've been to Florida, so I'm excited.
Really?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
So what's this? What are we going to? What's going on? What's our event all about?
Crawl Fest at the market is kind of a G6 style event. They have a U4 track. They've done a really good job kind of opening up the whole scalar fun kind of market for RC.
Okay.
So that you can pretty much bring whatever you've got, whatever you're into,
okay,
and be able to use it and have fun. They're going to do some mud drags, some trailer racing, some nighttime stuff. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, you know, I saw bits and pieces of what to expect, and it seems as though it's sort of reaching to a lot of different crowds.
Yep.
And it seems to be quite an event, large, and obviously being in Florida, sun and fun, so
right.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty unique and pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And what are we doing? What is our participation at this event?
We are going to show off some of our new rigs.
Okay.
You can find us at a vendor tent somewhere over there somewhere.
Okay.
And we'll have a little bit of stuff to show off, and we're going to just have fun and meet the guys down at the Florida Crew, and they've got a fantastic club going down there for scaling. So
are we going to compete?
I think we're going to enter and have a good time.
Yeah, great. I think so.
Are you going to win?
Probably not, but that's not why I go. I just go to have fun. Again, when we go to these events, there's incredible drivers out there that you know, they really know what they're doing. And as I go to these events, I get better and better and learn more and more. Yep. So I just go to have fun and compete and just enjoy the atmosphere and who's around and who's involved.
Yep.
Yep.
So get your trucks ready, guys.
Yeah.
If you're down in Florida, this is Scalar Fab Land Anchor, I think.
Yeah, quite an impressive piece.
And you're going to need one, I have a feeling.
Yeah. So it's a must.
Yep. Better call up Troy and get yourself a land anchor.
Yeah. So there's a few bits and pieces in front of us, and we've changed things here. So there's lots of changes going on, I think. Perhaps we should sort of just touch on it and see where we're going.
Well, the Terramod axle is here because I think it's they've been out for a couple months now, and there's a whole bunch of these around. If you got a build with a Terramod axle under it, put a link in your comment.
Yeah. Because
I want to see it.
Yeah.
And a bunch of these are going out the door. Lots of these are out there somewhere.
3D printed?
These are printed nylon. They do a fantastic finish on them now with a new finishing process. They're beautiful. I love these. Yeah,
they're quite robust, and they've really got sort of a cast look to them.
They do. They're really kind of smooth but grainy. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah. And the reason it's sitting here is because that reminds me to tell everybody that's watching that we are producing a leaf spring version of these. It's just, we're going to modify this design just a little bit more until we get it right. And then you'll be able to hook up your leaf spring truck onto a Terramod axle. And you should be able to adjust the leaves far enough with the U-bolts that you can set it up to just about anything.
And so what's the timing on these?
Well, they're in development. That we're going to get them back from our test prints in probably a few weeks.
Okay.
And then once we're really happy with it,
we'll be out there.
We'll let you know.
Look forward.
And this tire is here because...
I believe we're creating a set of 155s, right?
We are.
And so this is pit bull tire, but it represents the size of the 155s
Yep.
in the direction that we want to start making some of our wheels. So you've got a plan together to make a set of slot 155s.
We are
is that
doing
correct?
155 6-bolt slots,
5-slot. Yep.
5-slot rim.
Yep.
In the typical scale style that you've seen from GCM already.
Yeah, I think there's one here, back there, in some of the trucks that are behind us. Yep.
We use them in the 1.9 size a lot. They're a really great looking sort of vintage wheel.
Yep.
And the 155 is going to be a beadlock.
Wow. So that must be tough with all of the sizing and stuff to create a beadlock, but.
Yeah, there's like no room anywhere.
Yeah, but I've seen the design. It looks really, really well done. So I'm excited to see these come off the production line.
Yeah, so am I. So hopefully we'll have those on the pages soon. So watch for that.
Yep.
Something else that's new. You guys have all seen this fancy tranny and motor from RC 4-wheel drive.
Nice.
Isn't that something else?
It's really nice.
The first time I saw this was at the East Coast Scale Challenge last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And of course
this is really nicely done.
They've got the Scale V8
the motor
that attaches
just
to that.
Epic.
If you haven't seen that, which I'm sure you guys have, look it up. It's awesome.
I'll put a link below for this motor.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's here is because we're actually producing a 3-gear dropped, left side drop transfer case.
That'll be interesting.
It's a bolt-on for this, so you can use the factory mount that's already here for the motor mount, and you'll have the centered rear output and a dropped left side drop on the front output, just the way they come in real life.
And that's their early production days on that, sort of just
prototyping.
Sorry.
The prototyping on that will be done next week, and we have all the design files already finished. So
fantastic.
We should have some new transfer case items for that tranny coming out very soon.
Excellent.
Watch for that.
Well, and being such a new and really scale piece out there from RC 4-wheel drive, that'll be a really nice compliment.
Yeah, and this is such a long tranny.
You're right.
And the motor's pretty fat too. By the time you get this dropped into your truck, there's like no room for an intermediate shaft and a transfer case. It's all small quarters. Mm-hmm. So we're putting the transfer case right on the tranny just the way it's supposed to be.
Just the way it's supposed to be. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay. A couple other big news, that's going on that we've got here.
We sure do.
Yeah, there's some big news at GCM, and I'd like you to introduce a couple of new, perhaps, suppliers.
You guys all seen this yet? SSDRC. Link below for their website. This is some of the best designed, nicely manufactured parts I've seen in a long time.
Really nice. You've shown me a bunch of the pieces that have come through, and wow, some really good stuff. So what is some of the scope of the product in which they sell? And
so SSD's doing designs for SCX-10, for scale trucking, specific like wheels and wheel hubs and nuts and stuff like that. Some performance upgrades like panhard kits, suspension, kits and tuning and stuff like that. Link kits, some AR60 scale stuff knuckles, scale knuckles for the Yeti, diff covers. There's quite an extensive line of stuff that's just about to be released, so keep an eye on their website. And of course, GCM has an SSD mini store, link below.
So available at GCM. That's excellent.
Yep. And the reason we jumped into that is because these guys are producing a really high quality product that's not only good quality, but it matches up with the GCM branding a lot.
I was going to say, it must really sort of complement what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why we have this group with us.
We do.
And that sort of segues into another sort of vendor that we use, or supplier that we use, and that's Dinky RC.
Well, have you ever heard of this company? You've never used Dinky RC,
I think I use it a lot, actually. I think they've got some key parts.
They do.
That really help with these types of builds, and that's one of the reasons why we've taken them on. So what is some of the product that they do sell?
Well, in our Dinky Mini store, our Dinky RC Mini store, we are carrying a whole bunch of their scale accessories. Like, for instance, this JK kit.
Yep.
Which allows you to take stock axial Rubicon and make really good looking functional headlight and taillights.
Yeah, isn't that a nice piece? It's sort of a like
a styrene and then Lexan taillights and stuff, and the full instructions are on the website. And I mean, that we've used Dinky RC interior kits. We've used their cantilever suspension. There's some of the things are just go-to, you know. When you're thinking about doing a build, it's like, oh, I gotta go and pick up a cantilever, or I need a honcho interior, or a bedside kit, or you know, I need a wraith roof to put my light bar in it, and they've got all that stuff already figured out. So it really also complements the GCM store.
It sure does.
So that because we use their product all the time here in our own builds,
and you know that's why these things are ending up as mini stores with GCM is simply because we go back to these products all the time to create what we're trying to do. And it seems as though the scale world in RC is really picking up. You're seeing a lot more parts available, a lot more scale parts. You know, it's just so many options. And these are some of the options that we use in order to create the things that we create.
That's
here.
right.
Yeah.
And between the GCM products for the chassis components and the locations and the performance and all those kinds of things that we look after, when you start adding in the SSD accessories, bumpers and wheel nuts and rims and some of their scale suspension parts and stuff, that's a complement to what we do. The Dinky RC stuff lets us go the extra mile with the bodies, with the lighting, with the interiors, and so, you know, when you put all that stuff together, it answers a lot of questions for customers that are asking, hey, what did we use?
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. And that's a great point. These are the things that we are using, and these are why we're representing them.
That's right.
Yep.
Great quality companies, great quality products. I don't know what to say about it. They're just fantastic. We're super happy to have SSD on board and Dinky RC as well. So thank you to those two vendors for their good quality product and great service, and we hope we can represent you guys well too.
Great. Yeah. We're doing again. This is the stuff that we love to do, and these are some of the representation of things that we are doing.
So the season has begun.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I finished my build, my Blazer build, so bring it on, bring it on. It's going to be a full, fun year of RC, so stay tuned with us, because it seems as though there's lots of activity that's happening here.
There is.
We've got a lot of things that we've had on the back burner that we're starting to do, a lot of new introducing some products. A lot of traveling, it seems as though, this summer. So we're going to be going places and showing some things off as best as we can. We're pretty passionate about what we're doing, and a lot of good things are happening at our end. So we want to share that with all of you guys.
3 videos are coming out next week.
Yep.
One of them is an SSD mini store overview. We're going to go through all the products that we carry and just show you what's on tap. We're going to do a second video with the Dinky RC mini store to show you all the stuff we've got from them.
Yep.
And a very special rig review.
yeah, that's right. I hope
keep a watch out for that one.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. And you know, we're gonna get out and hopefully do some trail runs too, regardless of the weather. If it's snowy or what have you, I'd like to get out and do a few truck runs. That would be fun. So you know, you see those; they'll be coming up too. And
in another couple of weeks, we'll have a whole bunch of video footage up from the Crawl Fest at the market.
Yep.
From the 24th of January, so stay tuned for all that footage.
Yeah, of course. Excellent. Can't wait.
And away we go.
You bet. So thanks guys. Yep, thanks guys. Comment, share. Loved having you. This is awesome. We're loving it.
See you soon.